Hello. Hello. We're so glad to have you guys here today. We're going to disappear and let you guys chat.
Yay, okay.
Awesome. We're so glad to be here.
Yeah, thank you for having us, you guys.
I'm Alicia, if you haven't caught that by my name, the bottom of the screen here.
Ooh, yes. I'm Bree, and we are Hello Baby. We were the doula duo, but we are going through a rebrand, like Olivia mentioned. So we wanted to really make things as confusing as possible for you guys.
Of course.
So we are labor and birth doulas. We're postpartum doulas, childbirth educators, and placenta encapsulators. But today we are really excited to talk to you about birth and labor doula support. Alicia and I work in a partnership, which means we support all of our clients together, giving them two perspectives, two styles, and two awesome personalities.
Yes, and since we work with so many different types of families and structures and all different kinds of people in all different kinds of bodies, we support all preferences as well. So we really believe that there is no one right way to birth, and that all birthing people need to be heard and respected and supported in order to be the badasses that they are as they go through this experience.
Yes, so we actually have some slides. I'm going to share my desktop with you guys today. All right, so we are going to talk a little bit about what a birth doula is, how a birth doula supports you, and what's in a typical package when you decide to work with a labor and birth doula, and what that might look like just a little bit during a pandemic with virtual doula support.
Yeah, thanks, Bree. So when people ask, well, what is a doula? This conversation will typically start in one of two ways, is that people ask, well, what do you do? I'm a doula. And we'll get two responses. One is like, huh? The other might be like a bright face because they're so excited because somehow they had been impacted by a doula along their journey. And they're so most likely wanting to share their birth story with us. But anyway, a birth doula is a non-medical member of your support team that's trained and experienced in supporting people throughout pregnancy and labor and delivery and the immediate postpartum period. So really, what does that mean? I like to say that your doula is kind of like your labor land tour guide. If you've ever traveled to a foreign country or someone you've never been before, you don't speak the language, you don't know all the great non-touristy places to go or eateries to visit, how would you feel if you had someone that you could call at any time to answer your questions, provide guidance and suggestions, or simply just say, you've got this?
A doula provides support in a variety of ways, and we really kind of commonly bucket them into some major categories. The first one is informational support. So we provide evidence-based information to all of our clients, but two people might look at the exact same information and make totally different decisions with it. So we don't have a bias, or a great doula is not going to have a bias about how you should give birth or how you should parent. Instead, we need to keep you informed of all of your options that are available to you. Another way that we support families with information is providing anticipatory guidance. So helping them understand what to expect both prenatally and during their labor and birth experience. We also normalize aspects of this experience, especially for non-birthing partners. This can really reduce anxiety that comes from the unknown, which is really what tends to be the scariest part of this experience for a lot of folks. Our next category is physical support. So we recommend body balancing positions, gentle stretching, and other ways to really help facilitate that optimal fetal positioning during pregnancy. And then we're also trained in supporting all types of birth. So during a labor and birth experience, we also might be providing comfort measures to help balance comfort with progress during the process. That might be hands-on support like massage, or it might be hands-off support like suggesting specific positions or helping a partner provide hands-on support. We also provide emotional support, and this is huge. This experience can really generate big feelings, and we are here for it. There's no one right way to do this, and however you're feeling is totally valid. We provide an unbiased listening ear for our clients, and a doula is great to act as a sounding board for their clients. One of the biggest ways we do this is simply holding space, letting you work through your feelings together and sitting with you and being comfortable with the unknown. A huge piece of birth work that people talk about a lot is advocacy. We don't empower people. Birthing people have the power. You have always had the power. You will always have the power. We aim, and a great doula aims to microphone your voice so that your power has space and is heard. So
Yes,
now,
Frida.
Alicia, will you talk to us about what is in our package and what a typical labor and birth doula provides?
Yes, thanks, Bree. Doula provides support in such a variety of ways. But what's the best time to bring the support onto your team? When should you do that? We've been hired the same day someone has peed on a stick and realized they're pregnant. And we've also been hired on someone's estimated due date when they really just decided they needed some extra support around this experience. There's such a wide spectrum of when individuals make the decision to bring someone on, and it is never too late to hire a doula. We like to say a sweet spot is in that second or early third trimester, when you're really in the mental space to start preparing for this experience, and early enough that you can really utilize all of the resources your doulas have for you. As you can see on the slides, this would be considered a pretty standard package for doula support. First, we're gonna have a consultation, get to know each other, and establish compatibility. We like to say it's kind of like a first date. We know families are formed in all sorts of manners, and our support ripples beyond just the birthing person. So for any partners out there, this includes you as well. Your presence and support is invaluable and throughout this entire experience, and we are here to foster that connection and relationship. We want to support you in being as hands-on as you want to be. And during that consult, if it's a love connection, from hire all the way through 6 weeks postpartum, we are committed to showing up for you. And just as Bree shared earlier, doula supports in a lot of different ways, but after we are hired, we're going to have at least 2 prenatal meetings prior or before you deliver. Really just going to get to know you and all your desires for this experience. We're on call, text, email, phone calls. I've been called many times at 3 a.m. in the morning. We love those calls because we want you to know that we are here for you. And we're going to stay with you through postpartum, like I mentioned. We also have tons of referrals and resources. A lot of them are even people that are presenting at the parent trip this weekend. So if you want to learn a little bit more about other providers that can support you, make sure to stay on and check it out. Once labor happens, we're going to join you whenever you feel comfortable. So for some, that means joining you at home in early labor. For others, that means joining you when you arrive at your birth location. But we will for sure stay 1 to 2 hours after baby is born to make sure everyone is settling in and comfortable. Once you're home, we like to see you at least once after baby is here to check in, help process any emotions or feelings, talk about your experience if you want to, and also provide hands-on support like with baby wearing or feeding or things of that nature. We always love to hear from our clients. We always say once your doula, always your doula, so you can never spam us too much with all of your cute baby pictures. And luckily for us, in the local area of Portland and Vancouver, hospitals are beginning to welcome us back in, but definitely a lot has changed with this pandemic, and virtual support has definitely become a big part of our offerings.
Yeah, we usually tell our clients to go with the flow in labor. We can't control our labor, right? So we are also trying to lead by example by going with the flow at this time. So as we wrap up, our clients are seeing a lot of anticipatory guidance with what's happening due to COVID, right? Doulas are staying up to speed with fast and furious hospital changes, and hospitals have been very welcoming and supportive of doulas, even if our support is virtual during the actual labor experience. It's been really comforting to connect with our clients and help them really work through their plan and preferences so they can feel ready to birth.
And as you guys can tell, we could talk about this all day long. This is such a high level, but I'm pretty sure we're at our time. If there's any questions anyone would like to ask, we'd love to offer any answers and guidance for that.
Thank you so much, you guys. I love that little slideshow and everything. I mean, this was my experience last time when Bree presented for you in April, is I just sit here and go like, yes, 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 yes.
I'm bouncing on my ball.
I love it. Well, yeah, if anybody has any questions, now's the time to throw them in the Q&A or in the chat. Can we talk really quickly before you guys jump off about which hospitals as of July 25th are allowing labor doulas on the floor to support?
Yeah.
Yes. So Providence, St. Vincent's, and Portland were one of the first local areas to start welcoming in the Providence system. Legacy has soon followed. There is kind of some debate what evidence you need to provide as proof that you're a professional doula. So doulas out there, don't be sure to check if you need to bring anything extra to verify your qualifications. Kaiser has not yet welcoming people in, or they're slowly starting to. It's kind of like a case-by-case basis. But they're slowly welcoming us back in, and that's great. Our clients, I'm sure, are appreciating our in-person support over just looking at our faces through a screen. So,
and I just want to say, with that case-by-case basis, that's a great key. That's a clue. That's a hint to all of you at home to really advocate with your providers for having your doula with you. So if they're letting people in by a case-by-case basis, get noisy. Say that you want your people with you.
Yes, speak loud and tell us you want us there, for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Totally. Cool. Well, I am so glad you guys were here today. Thank you for chatting. And
Yeah,
Thank you for having us.
I'm glad I got to be here this time. Yay!
Yay!
Okay. Bye.
Bye, you guys.
friends.
Thank you.